We are about to start our fifth and last play, which was written by Barbara Gassner of Santa Clarita, who gives it the enigmatic title, The B Stops Here. What stops here? A bus? A buck? A bum? Well, watch and find out. And now for your voting consideration, the B stops here.
Oh dear, what have we here? Demanding our attention. Seems this fellow has a point he feels he must mention.
Well, let's just find out just who he might be. If he gets too scary, we can always flee.
Just who are you and why do you smell? You're smoking a bit and don't look well.
Guess who I am and why I am here. Listen with interest, but have no fear. We could do a great service for the earth today if you figure me out and heed all I say. There's an issue that's paramount, or should be at least, a problem to deal with because it's on the increase. I'll give you some facts and figures for hints, but both of you listen and try not to wince. I'm almost everywhere you look. I'm on the ground and in the brook. I'm not pretty. That'd be joking. Sometimes I lie around, still smoking. Can you guess who I am, sir or madame?
You are everywhere you say. Are you near the boats? Down at the bay?
Oh yes, I'm there and so much more. I must admit, I love the shore.
Are you on the streets where I go shop? Are you sure you're everywhere I stop?
I assure you, I'm out there in the billions, and people step on me without a care.
Just tell us more so we will know just who you are and where you go.
Sit back and listen and do not judge. I promise to tell you if you do not budge. Most people don't want to hear the facts. They turn on me and make wisecracks. I'm a bit of a hothead. I love to boast. I hold the record. I am the absolute most. I tell you this, my issue's not new. This eco problem needs to be given its due.
I think this guy is a little bit crazy. Can you guess who he is? Or like me? Are you hazy?
No doubt he is crazy. Let's give a listen. He definitely seems to be on a mission.
You know, there are many who hate me immediately on sight. The ecologists, they make me feel so contrite. I keep piling up and pose quite a threat, but people don't think of me as harmful, I bet.
Ecologists. Aren't they worried about global warming? Are you the reason for the dreadful storming?
No. I'm not the cause of the warming, but you'll figure me out when I'm done informing. Here, let me offer you this great big hint. I'm some sort of litter, but not Ireland. So we all know that litter covers the earth. Cans and bottles, if collected, have worth. Now me, I'm worth nothing, and this is why. People just toss me, but I could cause things to die.
I think he's a bottle, 'cause plastic is bad. And I tossed away when enough I had.
Or a plastic bag is a thing ecologists fear. We fill them up, then right in the trash if it's near. It's estimated we use more than 1 billion a year. 300,000 tons in landfills. Now that is severe.
He could be a plastic spoon. Cup. Where's cup? Oh, well. We use those for a bit and then give them up. They're not much use. And why should I wash when it's just so easy to use and then toss? I was in line buying my magazine in Stein. When I saw a headline as I waited a while, it said if we connected a year's worth of trash, cups, and spoons, we could make 5 trips back and forth to the moon.
You know, just so you know, I'm not made of plastic. I'm made of celluloid acetate, and that's not fantastic. People toss me away when I'm only partially done, and I make a big mess simply one by one.
I must say I'm puzzled if people toss you away when there's part of you left. That is what you say.
All right, let's review. You're tossed in the air and you're some sort of litter that people don't care. Do I have that straight? Now, for more clues. Do you come in colors like greens or blues?
No. Think litter, my friend. Think litter out there. In the streets, in the parks, and even the air. I'm the sort of litter that does pollute. I'm litter that kills, and yet everyone's mute. I could be flicked from a window or tossed from over a ledge. From one tiny spark, I can grow a fire full-fledged.
You claim you're dangerous, some sort of litter. Are you made of chemicals like toxic or glitter?
Oh, I do not glitter, that is for sure, but I am toxic and very far from pure. Your questions are good, you're beginning to see. I think you're getting closer to guessing me.
I know! He's a tire!
Yeah.
They're left piled around. They catch fire, make smoke, and odors abound. We replace them often, dump them flat, tossing out bald ones. There! That is that.
So, you retired? Ooh, bag! I think we guessed right. Now we can brag. These are all things littered and thrown. These must be the most littered. His cover's been blown.
I'm not so sure we've been all that clever. I don't think all that is the most littered ever.
Okay. You people are right. All that does get tossed. Humans need to change so the future's not lost. To protect you, the FDA has rules that it brings to keep you safe from the most dangerous things. But I'm not considered food or drug, you see, because no one makes rules or even keeps track of me. I leach toxins into water and soil, and seeing me inspires yuck and recoil. I'm not biodegradable, at least not for years. 10 to 15 is my guess, and your fears. If your toddler should find me and eat 2 or 3, call poison control immediately. Still have not guessed me, but I am the most littered of all. And here's another hint. I'm so very small. I'm tiny in fact, but in such great numbers. I'm polluting your world while you're awake or in slumber. I'm the most littered things in your great big world, yet nothing stops me from being tossed and hurled.
We give up. We heard why we all must take part. We need to recycle and take it to heart. But who are you who guides with all this chat? You're small in numbers, but you outweigh all of that.
Okay. You two have been great. You've tried your best. I will tell you now, so you won't have to guess. I am a lonely cigarette butt. I am the most littered thing on the planet. There are warnings about smoking being a danger, but nothing says tossing butts will endanger. It's everyone's right to smoke or abstain, but put me in a place provided to contain. Unseen and disposed of in a clean way, no harm comes to earth when I'm in an ashtray. Please heed my plea. Stop tossing me out. A sick earth from butts we can all do without. Stop poisons from leaching and going astray. Stop flicking me to the ground today.
Well, Mr. Butt,
Yes.
we see your points clearly. This matter must not be approached cavalierly. To be responsible when done with a smoke, putting the butt where it belongs, no wrath to invoke.
It will be a challenge to take your title away, being the most little thing in the world today. You'll be a thing of the past, no longer seen. Our world will be cleaner, safer, and greener.
Go in peace, dear madam. And thank you, kind sir. My job is done here, of which I am sure.
I must admit this encounter was strange, but I must begin by making a change.
The word is now out. Tossing butts must end. With recycling and care, our world will mend. The butt stops here. The butt stops here.
The butt stops here.
The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here. The butt stops here.
You, actor readers Mel Weinstein, Lee Dunavant, and Charlie Cornell. Now let's talk about it with director Julian Dorado. Julian? Julian! Yay! Hi, Julian. Okay. Do we have any questions for our director, Julian?
No? Okay, thanks.
Were you surprised at the answer to the riddle? Yeah?
I think that was the biggest challenge.
Yes. Did anybody know the answer before the play started? You did? How did you know?
Well, I do recycle, and my father raised us not to litter, and so I was kind of drawn to the use butt, cigarette butt.
Wow.
And also because of what he was just, what the one guy was proclaiming.
Okay, so we have at least one person who was educated enough to know the dangers of the cigarette butt. We all know what it does to our lungs, but little did we know what the butts are doing to the earth. So, any other thoughts or questions on this?
Julian, did you choose this play yourself, and why did you choose this?
Well, I actually chose it because I wanted to personally play Mr. Butts. But when I made a comment about it, they said they needed a director, and I saw a vision about how I wanted to play it, so that was like just the next step to, direct it. So it's my first time, so I hope you all enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks. I didn't want it to be a PSA. I wanted it to have some fun. So thank you for enjoying it, I hope.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you. Anything else? Any other? Yes, back there. Rhoda, can you get a microphone back there, please?
Well, I have to say your vision made me laugh.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, well,
you. I
that
think-
was worth waiting for.
Well, I just want to say that my original vision was the cigarette butt transforming into the bum, but we don't have movie magic, so I couldn't really do that. So I hope it kind of came off a little bit like that.
Yeah, it was great. Good. Okay. Thank you, Julian. Great.